Take a breath. Welcome Anjali Mudra to heart. Relax the shoulders, the elbows. Allow a little space between the fingers, the energy to pass through. Welcome a smile upon the face to relax the eyelids. And just breathe. You can close the eyes. Feel the inhales and exhales. Rise and fill the body and release. Take one nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that and really fill the chest, fill the belly. And exhale. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and raise the hands towards the ceiling. Inhaling up. Exhale, the hands release down at sides. Let's repeat. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Exhale. You're going to inhale the hands at center. Then exhale and walk the hands to one side. The body will follow. I'm going to my right. You can go to either or side. Take a few breaths. Release. Return to center. Inhale. And exhale and walk the hands out to the opposite side. Your body will follow. Release. Return to center. Go ahead and find some space. We're going to find a gentle camel pose to start. So lift up that tail off of the heels. Arms or hands will be placed at the low back. Finger points down. The elbows open on either side. And we're going to do just 2 to 3 rounds. So take your time on this first one. The feet can be flat or toes pressed into the earth for a little stretch. And then just take your time breathing and rounding out the front body. The elbows are behind you. Feel this stretch in your front body. Breathe. Allow the head to relax. And gently rise and come back up. So take your time going into it and take your time coming out. Reset. When you're ready, we'll do it again. Hands will come to the lower back. Take your time breathing. Slowly rise. So for this next one, you always do have that option, if you haven't done so already, take the hands to the back body, just over the calf, lower foot, or over the heels. Some even take it to floor. So get in touch, shake the arms out, prepare, maybe take a little head side to side, roll the shoulders back, and then go ahead and begin your third round of camel. Slowly rise, we'll return. We're gonna go right into a balasana. We're gonna keep the feet will go flat, the legs will stay hip width apart. Take the hands long. Take another breath in your balasana, child's pose. I think I said camel. So came forward, you find yourself in a child's pose with the legs hip width apart. Coming forward, the hands lengthen towards the top of the mat. We're gonna go ahead and find a thread the needle with that. So keep your tail low and take the left arm, bring it through underneath the right. The left shoulder will drop towards the earth and find your thread the needle. If this feels all right, you'll gently start to creep that right arm a little bit more forward. You're gonna lift your tail and go into a more traditional thread the needle here. You'll take the tail back towards the heels, and then you'll slowly rise. The left arm will go long down through center, so will the right, traditional Balasana. And then you're gonna do the same on the opposite side. You're gonna keep that tail low to start. Right arm is gonna thread through and under past the left, right shoulder towards the earth. You can start to lift the tail, finding a more traditional thread the needle. Slowly take the tail back. Right arm will go back to center, Balasana. And then you're gonna slowly rise. Coming back, Anjali Mudra, hands at heart, resting on the shins. Take a few breaths. Gonna go ahead, come to all fours. Find position in tabletop for some cows and some cats. When you're ready, flow with your breath. Allow those knees to be aligned underneath the hips. Inhaling on your cow. Exhaling on your cat. Keep it going, inhaling. Exhaling. One or two more rounds, depending on where you are. Find that final cat. Return to tabletop. Allow the feet to kick out to one side or the other. Bring them around, out in front. Give them a little shake. Let's find a seated forward fold. So go ahead and bend the knees for this one. Feet can just be relaxed. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let gravity take care of this one. So while you're in your forward fold, allow those knees to still remain bent. Feet can be however. I tend to flex mine towards the ceiling by default. Hands can go where they feel they're supporting the body, and just allow your upper body to fall over that lower body. So don't, do your best to not feel like you're forcing anything. Just allow the body to use gravity to open and lengthen and stretch. So we're gonna be here maybe, depending on your pace of breath, 3 to 5 breaths. If your legs do want a little more space, go ahead and start to loosen up and start to unbend them little by little. Allow your upper body to continue to just fall forward over the lower body. And then when when you're ready, you'll slowly start to roll up the spine, return the upper body long. Let's go ahead and lengthen the legs. Hands come out at sides, press those palms into the earth. Lengthen the crown, making its way towards the ceiling and sky as the feet want to kind of push away in the other opposite direction. Seated staff pose here. And then gently release. We're going to walk the hands back down the legs. Forward fold once again. And slowly roll up the body. Take a breath. We're going to bend the knees here. Feet will place themselves on the mat. Tails connected to the mat. We're going to go ahead and then we're going to allow a little space in one of the bent legs. And then take one leg, I'm starting with my right if you want to do the same. And just take it and cross it up and past the left. This is a variation of a pigeon. This is more of a seated pigeon, but without the chair. So you're going to have more space. It starts to open us up like we would in a boat pose. It's going to work our core centers and also open up through that lower body. So your hands can be placed on the foot. You could also use your hands to press into the mat if you want to work on getting a little closer. The closer you get, the more it's going to start to open up on that leg that's bent. So if that right leg is bent, it's going to open up into that groin, the hip. Now, if you're more focused on your core, you keep a little more space here and allow your hands to be supported by the leg. But you're not going to really grab and you're going to allow some space so that you're still in place if the hands let go. But that's going to work more of your core, more of that center, because you're using that core strength to keep you up into your incline. But you still got a gentle opening on that side. You're going to go ahead and gently release and take it to the opposite side now. So if you did right, you'll do left. If you did left, you'll do right. So same, take the left maybe and cross it over. Find the space. This is typically my tighter side. So if you can see through the front, kind of looks like this nice figure four. This opening. Relax the shoulders down. You still get that gentle opening, or you have that option to take the hands down and focus on opening through that lower body. Remember to breathe. Your breath will get you through it. Deep inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. It'll help calm the nervous system. Your kind of your reactive system. It can allow your body to move from this like let me out, rescue, to this calm kind of responsive state, this calm state of, okay, I'm not in fight or flight, nothing's in danger, getting a nice stretch, it might be new. And then you'll gently release. Find a Baddha Konasana. Just so that we can take a moment to flutter everything out. So just kind of flutter it out. Lengthen through the spine. You gotta bring awareness into that right leg so you can slow and stop the fluttering. Your hands can assist. You're gonna bring the right knee up to chest and then take it out. Then in and out. One more. In and out. Same on opposite side. Bring it in, then out, in, out, in, out. Let's bring some awareness and balance back to the upper body. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist. Release the arms. Doesn't matter what side you twist to. Just choose a side, twist towards it. Take a couple breaths. Then gently release. Arms float up. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. return to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. As you forward fold, your hands can come in over the legs. You can use the arms, elbows to press into the legs to open up. Do what feels right for your body. So you can take your time. This also helps to open up that lower body a bit more. Slowly rise. And we are ready for today's mini practice, peak pose. So we're gonna go through it in stages. Peak pose for this, that reverse tabletop. So if your wrists feel a little tight, you also can take this moment to circle the wrists in either or direction, circle the ankles in either or direction. And we're gonna start with kind of this nice reverse plank, and then we'll flow into that tabletop. So just to find a little bit more length through the body. So for the traditional, you have the fingertips pointed inward or pointed towards the end of the mat. Now, if that's, feeling a little hot on the hands, there is the option to go with the fingertips out. But we're really working it opens up the chest, it opens up our heart chakra, it gets into the shoulders. So the fingertips traditionally can be held pointed towards the toes. And then you're gonna allow your ankles or the heels to be connected to the mat. Your hands are close and at sides or just behind the tail. And you will allow your head to kind of just drop back behind you, just like it did in camel. And then when you're ready, you'll go high. You're gonna start to lift through the hips, lift through the legs. Everything's gonna raise up towards the ceiling. You're pressing the hands into the mat. Feet will possibly point away. You're gonna slowly bring it back. So this is just our warm up to open up through that area. Make any adjustments you need. You might want a little bit more space between the body and the arms. Your feet and toes might want to already be pointed outward, or you get a little flex and point there. And then when you feel good and ready, find that breath, lift up. And then bring it back. Take a breath, release. So this next one, we're gonna welcome those knees to bend and the feet are gonna come in as we go into it. So allow a little space like you would for boat. Feet pressed into the earth. Take what you need. If your hands are getting a little tight, press each palm into the other. Or clasp the hands together and stretch and lengthen away. If you do that to one side, you're going to want to do it to the other. So if your left thumb was in, now you'll take it out or vice versa. And then you'll stretch away also, just if you need that little bit of opening in the wrists and hands and palms. And then the hands, once again, connect to the earth. Feet are connected to the earth also. Take your time, start to lift and raise the hips up. The head will fall back. That'll give you a little more height in the hips. Pressing the hands, pressing the feet into the earth. And then bring it down nice and slow and controlled. Let's do one more. So in yoga, we'll tend to do a lot of tabletops. We do a lot of downward dogs. This is a great way to balance out that back and that front body. So get ready, adjust your feet if they need to come in a little bit more. Hands press into the earth, and when you're ready, take your time, start to lift. It's going to work the glutes also. Adjust the feet. And then bring it back. We're going to soften. We're going to slowly go down onto our backs, lengthen the arms. Knees follow into chest. Go ahead, wrap the arms around the shins and take a little side to side. Take a little circle with the knees in one direction and then the other. Wiggle those toes, those feet. And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go into a happy baby. So you're gonna allow a little space between the legs. The knees will want to come close into the side of the body. The hands can wrap around the big toe, bend the knees. Slowly release. Legs will come together. Feet will go towards the ceiling or sky. Forelegs up the wall. A waterfall. Some people call this candlestick. Another variation of staff. Slowly bend the knees. Feet return to floor. Come on to one side, nice and slow. Take a moment there. And slowly use the hands to help bring you back up. So you can do this as its own stretch and strengthen routine, or it can be an add-on. I have some recommendations in the description. I'll see you next time.